Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Candy. I talk about planner related things and purses and life and whatever else happens to be going on. So stick around, I'd love to have you. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. Feel free to subscribe, like, whatever you want to do. If you're new here, hang out. Hopefully this will be fun for you. I am going to go ahead and ditch real quick this bracelet because it just banged and it was annoying me. Sorry. Okay, so today I'm going to do something I've never done on camera. Hopefully it works out. I'm going to walk through setting up a new month, which also means taking down the old month. It's a little different, I think, than some people may do, so we'll see how it goes. Right now, I am still in my hand-stitched leather tee in the color Myrtle. It's personal rings. And honestly, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to stick in this color or move to a different cover. I've got a couple other ones that we'll look at. But first of all, this is what I wanted to show you. This is the kit from Southern Belle Plans that I used for the month of July. I don't get any kickback from Tabby for talking about it or anything. I just think it's an amazing kit. So this is what I have left. And you'll notice that there are so many different colors in here. First of all, there's so many different sheets. This is the mini kit because it just fits what I do better, and I prefer the smaller stickers. But yeah, I still have all of these left that I have going on. That's something else. And then that's the days of the week. So knowing the colors that she had, I went in and chose to focus on the yellows, which was my own personal decision. I could have done blues or whatever color. But let me move those out of the way because that's last month's washi. If you want to see a flip through, I did one a few days ago. I will try to link it down below. But this is what I do when it's time to clean out and start a new month. So the first thing I do is open my rings. Sometimes the left hand doesn't want to push as well as the right. And I take out all of the old dashboards first. So that means I start at the back usually. See what I've got going on. There's a couple of those. Again, Tabby includes those as digital files, so you can choose to print them or not. To be completely transparent, I don't print them. My oldest works at a UPS shop locally, and I send him the files and give him the paper, and he prints them for me because I print them on vellum as well as cardstock. So I have the easy way out. I'm aware of that. So I'm just going to go through. Oh, the other thing that I need to do is pull all of the clips and the decor from the last month. So we're going to keep piling these in there. I am going to leave this on here for now because this is my husband and daughter's notes section, and I made the decision a long time ago that I don't share their personal information. I'm pretty much an open book. If you want to ask me something, go for it, but it's their choice whether or not they want to share theirs. So I do keep theirs clipped off most of the time. All right, and there's some notes that I've got going on there. Let's see, this is the weekly section. I'm going to pop this out because I need to adhere that back. It's annoying me. All right, that's this week. And as you can tell, I haven't done anything for August yet. Yes, I'm aware it's a few days into August. I do what I can. Nothing is perfect here. Nothing is as I would love for it to be, but you know, life is lifing, and I do what I can do, and we just leave it at that. We're happy that, you know, I'm here and we're doing what I can do. Almost done. Let's grab these back out. I did already go ahead and mark that off. Yes, it's the only month I've marked off in the year. I say yay me for doing that one. And I've got two more, and I think that's it. So I'm just going to leave those out of the rings because I'll have to fix them anyway. I'll go ahead and pull this one out as well. This, like I said before, I wonder if I got it clasped in there. This is, I think, from Lauren Phelps Design, again, several years ago. So we're going to put that to the side as well. I'll pop these out just in case I end up moving to a different cover. If I stay in the same one, I'll put them back in. Okay, so I have all these lovely dashboards that I've printed, and then I have the rest of her kit. So yes, I could throw it away, but I'm not going to do that. What I do with my leftover kits is I found these bags on Amazon, and I'll link those in the description below. And they fit personal size, so lovely. They do also fit A6, because if you remember, I was in A6 rings for a hot second. And so I had some A6 dividers and everything that I had brought out, and they do fit really well. But I just pop them in there, and then I file them into a box. And I can show y'all the box another time if you'd like. So everything is out. I'm going to pull that out too. Oh, it's definitely not July anymore. We should pull that one. Okay. And then I have so many receipts back here that I need to scan. So I'm going to pop those out as well, just so they don't fall in and out all the time while I'm trying to do this. We'll put those to the side. Okay. So that's everything. I'm going to pop these out and my pen, and we will see what happens. Okay, so the first thing I do when I'm setting up for the next month, now that I've got everything out, I think, is I go to the month setup. And I pull both of the monthly pages out. Now, my monthlies are from Creative Tidbits. I love the setup. I love that this is over here. I like the size of the boxes and everything. So I don't change which one I use, but I do white everything out. All the days of the week, all the months. I even white out the notes because I don't actually use that for notes, and that's going to annoy me. So I'm going to grab a tweezer and come over here and do that. There we go. Okay. The other thing, because Southern Belle Plans does include the numbers of the month, and I really like those. What on earth is going on here? There we go. Wow. Okay. Yep. I'm not a perfectionist anymore. I used to be, but the numbers are just so cute. So yes, I white those out too. And while I'm whiting, I will be talking. So, how are y'all doing? How is life treating you these days? I'm actually doing okay. Y'all may know I'm chronically ill, got a few things going on. Last month before, I did get to wear a heart monitor for, I think he made me wear it for a couple weeks. That was fun. But this shows you how old I am. I remember when heart monitors actually had to be worn around you with like a strap that you had the monitor on you with. This was just like a sticker, so it wasn't bad at all. Okay, doesn't take me long to do that. And I know you're looking at this going, but that's a totally different color. It is, but you're not going to see it by the time I get done, and this one's really annoying me. That's where the whiteout kind of went astray. I hope that noise isn't bothering y'all. Sorry. All right, so we're going to do this one more time. Oh, that's so much better. She says as there's a piece of hair in it. In my house, we have my service dog, Doodle, and 3 cats. One is a long-haired cat, one is a medium-haired cat, and one is a short-haired cat. Hair is just part of our nature. Fur, hair, all over the place. I have curly hair. I lose mine all the time. My daughter has wavy hair. She loses hers. It's just one of those things. Okay, so that is all done. So We're going to leave that for that. And I think I'm ready to show you my process of how I pick out the doodads that I put in there each month. So I do have a few things that I want to add in. I'm going to make sure I move those there. And I'm going to bring over a couple of rather large containers. Now, am I saying this is the best way to store everything? No, but it's what I've come up with. So I go through my things and I pull out everything that might work with this coming month. So I'll put everything down and then I'll show you what August looks like. I don't know that I'm going to use this month, but I've got it just in case. Okay, obviously this month's theme is sunflowers. Okay, so this is what I have. I have a rather large container, and I actually have 4 of them that fit into a basket. They're from Maple and Lark. It's a small business I found several years ago. Again, I'll link it down below. I actually just got an email from them today that all of their containers like this and their baskets and their bags and stuff are being discontinued. So they will not be restocked. What's there is there. Honestly, I don't know if I earn commission from them or not, but if I do, I'll make sure I note that. It's not like I get anything big from it, but I'll link just in case this is something you want to do. They do zip, which I really like because, like I said, hair and fur is just part of what we have. And then when you open it up, this particular one has dividers that I've just put in there, and then I've got all my washi. And just hit the camera, sorry y'all. Okay, let's move that out of the way. Bring this over, and I'll show you what the colors and everything are. So, like I said, sunflowers. It's kind of a vintage vibe, which I'm digging on. I pulled out everything I had. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I hit it again. That doesn't mean I'm going to use all this. I can pretty much guarantee you I'm not going to use all this. Some of the colors won't look right. The vibe won't be what I want it to be. It's just one of those things where I kind of look at it and decide what colors I'm going to bring to the forefront. So I can tell you right now, these are going away because they don't go with anything. They're too bright. This one would go with it, except this thing is annoying me, so that's going away. So we already brought it down a little bit. This is the mini kit for this month. I haven't even opened it. There we go. Sorry for the ASMR of the opening. We'll leave that over there. Okay, so we've got, oh my gosh, look at the macarons. Okay. So when I look at this, I'm feeling the darker yellows and the browns and blacks. And it's a great fit for me from summer into pre-fall. I mean, August isn't fall yet, but kids are going back to school and it's starting to get towards there. See, those are the numbers that I was saying. So what I think I'm going to do, no, I don't know what that red is. I didn't even see it before. I like those because they go with the vibe of it. Looking at these, there's nothing bee-ish, and these remind me of it like a beehive, so no to that. I think I like that, and I may pull one of my bows from last month, if I can find it. She has a hot mess on the desk, y'all. Okay, here we go. It's hidden. Okay, so I may pull that one as well. We'll see. I'm liking this one, and that's a good match for the green. So these are my other skinnier ones. Definitely not the bee. Like I said, not a bee vibe. This one makes me think of Beetlejuice, so we're going to get rid of that one. So I like this one. That one I just feel like is so big, but it would work for the monthly. Ew. maybe that one. Maybe that one, not that one. Okay, so I try to do no more than like 3 or 4 because I just don't use them, but that's what we've got right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is put days of the week and the numbers in there, which is usually like the last sheet. Yes. So I do have acrylic nails. It's one of the things I do that I just do for me. So it does make it hard to pinch some things. So I do use these. So here's the weird thing. My monthlies are Sunday start. That's just the way my brain works. My weeklies are Monday start. So for my monthlies, it will be a Sunday start. I know that's kind of weird. I don't know why I have to do it that way. I told my daughter that one day. She's 23, and she said my brain couldn't do that. And I said, well, see, my brain can't do it the other way. So we all have our little quirks. And I don't know why this is the way it works for me, but it does. And I will tell you, trying to order something with that little quirk of mine is not easy for people to figure out because it is a weird thing. Okay, yeah, I might wish I'd chosen a different white out for this, but that's okay. Again, it's just planning, people. There won't be any lives lost if you can see where I whited something out. Maybe. Okay, come on. There we go. I love that the stickers are washi because then when I'm writing, I don't have the lump that a sticker would cause. Done that before. All right, so we can look at this one and figure out when it starts. It was a Saturday start because the first was our anniversary. We celebrated 34 years of marriage. And then we dated for, I'm trying to think, 4 or 5 years before that. So, yeah, we're old and we've been together a long time. All right. So we're going to do this. I'm hoping this isn't too boring. I may fast forward this if I feel like I just take way too long because I don't want you guys watching paint dry, and that may be what it feels like. Although, if you're neurodivergent, like I am, you may be watching this on a faster speed anyway, which I totally get too. I am from the South and I talk slow and I understand that. So I get having to listen to it or watch it on a faster speed because, yeah. So I've had ADD for a while, but I was just diagnosed with it a year or so ago. And it makes so much sense with all the different things that I have going on. And I've been very fortunate to find a really good medication that works really well for me. And even if it doesn't completely take away the ADD tendencies, it does help me recognize them. I was trying to work on my clothes the other day, and I have a tendency to wander off. So my daughter, who also has ADD, says, why don't you leash yourself to it? And I'm like, you know what? That's a great idea. So I took a couple of purse straps, put them together, hooked them to a cart next to my clothes, and managed to get it all done without wandering off, which was kind of awesome. So, yeah, it's a silly idea, but if it works, is it silly? Probably not. Okay, other than, trying to see if there's anything else going on in August. No, other than our anniversary, there's no other special events for us in August. So, oh my word, come on. All right, we'll go on. I'll just skip that one for now. So I'm looking at the washi tapes, trying to decide. Do I go for the green? Do I go for the blue? I mean, clearly I had green last month because of the cover. And you can see why I'm wondering if I want to stay in the hand stitch leather tea myrtle for one more month, because it's just so darn cute and it goes really well with the designs in this. Although, you know, I might end up pulling it back out for Christmas and or another month coming up. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll show you the other two that I have and we can kind of figure it out together. The other two that I have, neither one is rings, which I know you're thinking, well, how are you going to stay in rings and do that? I will show you. Both of them are traveler's notebooks, the two that I have out. And of course I could go back to the hand stitch leather tea. I think it's undyed. Sorry, I need to grab a quick drink of water. I have Sjogren's, so I have a very, very, very dry mouth and very, very, very dry eyes. So, all right, so we are down here. Let's see if we can get that 13 yet. Has something against me. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, a lot of you probably already know this, but there's a little trick that you can do to turn a B6 or a B6 Slim into personal rings. Beverly Plans Life here on YouTube was the first time I had seen that, and I gotta tell you, I was absolutely gobsmacked by it. And it opened up so much fun things that I can do now. So I don't love when they have to split the day of the week into two because it's a 31-day month. I mean, I get it, but I don't love it. But thankfully, it's almost always the weekends, and our weekends are pretty chill. My husband doesn't have any meetings or anything, and I don't have any doctor's appointments on the weekend, so that usually works. All right, I promise I'm almost done. I am sorry about the sniffles. I have a lot of allergies, and living in the South, the allergy season just hangs on a little longer than we'd like. We've already been through spring allergies, but I do have some for the fall, hay and trees and stuff like that. So, all right, we got 2 more days. So, because I plan the way I do, and that one just broke, I don't have to write in any events that I have going on because I already have those written down. I do put my stickers in very lightly on my weeks because I want to make sure that I have room for appointments and events that are coming up. And then I can fill it in. Hey, that looks pretty good. Then I can fill it in after as I need to. Yep, the last one doesn't want to come. And don't think that this in any way has anything to do with the actual kit. The problem is me. Blame the person, not the product. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's all done. Now, you can move that to the side. Okay. So I know I definitely want August down here on the side. That tends to be what I do. I really, really, really like that. So that'll be an easy one. I'll line it up right there. Done. Okay, now let's look and see what we've got. I really, really like this one, so I think we are going to do that somewhere. And I could do this underneath and that on top, or that underneath and that on top. But I just did yellow last month, so we're going to move the yellow away. I can't decide about that one yet. All right. So we're just going to throw some washi up here. I try to line it up with the top. Again, I don't lose sleep if it's not completely lined up. It's just a planner, y'all. It's not the end of the world. And for me, this part is just for fun. The planning itself, yes, I have to do that or else I would miss a lot. But the decorating, that's just the fun part. And don't stress about the fun part. Okay. So, let's see how this one looks. That one kind of looks springy, doesn't it? That's exactly what I was going for. All right, I'll do this one. See, I didn't see that one coming. All right. Quick snip on that end. All right. And then this is what I want to do at the bottom to give it just that deeper color so that it kind of feels like the changing of the guard from summer to fall. All right, so just turn it over, trim it up real quick. Yes, that was a little bit of the paper I just took off. It's okay. So I'm trying to decide what inserts to use for next year. For the weeklies. I'll probably stick with these unless I can find a different monthly, but I really do like the way these look. But for weeklies, I'm looking for a vertical because that is my jam. I have horizontal this year and it's not jamming with me. And then I'm looking for no more than 2 pages for a weekly. I know some people manage it with 5 or 6. I like to keep my entire year with me, so that's very difficult. So we're looking for a week on 2 pages, vertical, that still gives me room for lists and to-dos and things like that. So if you've got, oh yeah, and the important one, I don't want to print and cut them, so they need to be printed and shipped to me. I live in the U.S. I would rather not pay customs on it, but I will if I need to. So if you've got a favorite shop or a favorite insert that you love, hit me up with it because I would love to know what it is. Okay, so we've got that. That's looking pretty good. So, again, something that I love to do with these kits because this is August, and the really cool thing is she doesn't change the layout during the year. She did switch it up a little bit at the beginning of the year from December to January was a little different, but these have been the same since then. And you kind of, get into the groove of what you're doing. Okay. And I'll have to decide if I want to do the tab or not. Let me see what else we've got here. I try to look for something tall-ish that can go there. Sometimes it's hard for me to do the larger stickers. It's not bad. And that's why I pull them out so that I remember to use them when I have them. Put that over there. Okay. So is that the only tall-ish one? Vertical-ish one? Oh, I really love that. I don't know if I can use that, but maybe we can. Maybe we can use that on the monthly. Okay. I'll pop these over here for now. Oh yeah, baby, that's where that one's going. So how is the weather where you guys have been? Has it been rainy? Because I got to tell you, it was a really rainy July. And I just saw the forecast for this week, and they're talking about it's going to be a really rainy week. Yes, I covered up Sunday and Monday, but I can still see them, and I really like that. We technically, where I live, we live in a rainforest, and you can really tell at certain times of year. I don't know if I could live somewhere that was wet all the time. Looking at you, Pacific Northwest. But I don't mind occasional rain, especially if I know it's coming and I can prepare for it. And I have this thing. I do not like wet socks. If my socks get wet, I turn into a 4-year-old, and it really annoys me. So if I can end up, or my feet, if I'm wearing